How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another weekly warehouse update. Super fun one today. First off, happy 4th of July. And with that being said, welcome to our 4th of July sale. So our entire site right now is 10% off, and foundation stamped discs, foundation apparel, accessories are all 20% off this weekend only. So let me run you through some of the stuff we have in stock. First off, we have a bunch of Heck Yeah stamped MVP. This is a Detour. We also have ranges, glitches, watts, and I think hexes too. Yeah, Heck Yeah hexes. Who wouldn't want one of those? Then down here we have some foundation modern stamped Toros and It's. The It is a phenomenal flippy fairway driver if you're looking for a good understable fairway. We also have some Halo Destroyers. One of these actually in my bag. Great run of Halo Destroyers. Only 4 of these left. Then we also have some Brody Smith. He just made his Pro Tour debut for the year. Keep slinging them discs, nukes, and zones. Speaking of Discraft, we also have Building Your Game stamps. So these are UV reactive Z zones. So when you take them out into the daylight, into the sunlight, they'll actually change into different colors. We also have the ever popular ESP Swirl Passion with the Building Your Game stamp. And this is a fun one. Big Z Glow Buzzes, which is wild. I've never seen that combination before, Big Z Glow. And that's in addition to, we still have some of the Z Jawbreaker Heats and Z Jawbreaker Zone OSs with the Building Your Game stamp on there. What else do we have down here? Looks like we got some Robbie C stamp buzzes and cicadas. I have one of these cicadas in my bag. These things are sick. We also have, the Return of the Shark. There's still a few of these in stock if you want to support Trevor. And last but not least, the SS Buzzra is in stock right here too. So a lot of custom foundation stamps. I'm sure there's even more that I didn't just cover. Those are all 20% off. Now let me jump into some of the stuff that's 10% off, including some exciting new releases. All right, so now we're over here at the new release shelf, and we have some exciting stuff from Discmania. First off, the Creator Series Horizon S-Line Vanguard. These things are sweet. I used to throw a Color Glow Vanguard. I'm excited to have it in S-Line now. The S-Line should make it a little bit less stable, so it should fly like a nice beat up Thunderbird. Don't be surprised if you see one of these end up in my bag. We also, I saw these at the Discmania Challenge this weekend, Swirly Keyline Flex 2 MD3s. These I'm super excited about. I'm really sad that I can't throw one because the MD3's banned from my bag for the rest of the year, thanks to y'all. But if I could, this would be immediately in my bag. I used to have a Keyline MD3, and what they're great for is they start off just like your normal MD3s, just straight with a little bit of fade, but they'll beat up quickly to turn into that hyzer flip disc of your dreams. And so then you can have a C-Line MD3, the greatest mid-range on the market, and a P-Line MD3 that hyzer flips to complement each other. So there's a Niklaus Antela, the Ale Open Victory Series one. And then we have a bunch of putters in a new plastic, which is the P-Line Flex 2. We have P2s, P1Xs, and P1s. Great feeling putter plastic. So if you're putting with them and you want a little bit of a different plastic, a little bit more tackiness and grip, check these out. I actually was just putting with the P1X like a month ago, so I wish I would have had that plastic for that. Speaking of grip, Project Grip is officially here. You might have remembered they did like a Project Grip box back in the day, and essentially what this is it provides a like grip layer to the flight plate of the disc here, and it is very noticeable. So if you want, especially sweaty hands this summer, if you're playing in rain rounds and you want to have that sure grip, check these out. So we have the Project Grip Rive. They have patented, or the patent's pending on this technology. So we have the Rive, we have the Grace, and I promise you, this is better than the box. The box was like, oh yeah, there's kind of something there. You can notice it now, especially if you feel it next to other discs. This is unlike anything else on the market. So the Grace, and then last but not least, the Brave. So if you want some good tackiness, if you're worried about your hands sweaty, early releases, all that stuff, worry no more with Project Grip. So they're in stock. And then the final thing for a July 4th release, we have this Hand-Eye Supply Statue of Liberty, like all the way to the rim with a little flag print on there. These are, I believe, pines, yeah. Tournament Orbit pines. So nice overstable mid-range with a very patriotic stamp on there. So a lot of fun new releases. And one more release I forgot about, down here, we have these sick double foil lobsters that have, like I said, double foil. Let me get you one that you can see a little better. Here you go, I'll get this up and close. Check these bad boys out. The lobster's a nice understable mid-range from Mint Discs. So you're looking for a hyzer flip to turn mid with a very fun stamp. Check these out, they're incredible. All right, now we're in the Brody Store aisle because I want to highlight a few things that have recently been re-added to our site. We found some more of the Get Lucky ESP Jawbreaker Avenger SS's. These are awesome. The Avenger SS already is a great mold, and the ESP Jawbreaker is one of the better Discraft plastics in my opinion. Nice, good grip to them, and they look sick as well. We also just added some more of the Dark Horse Buzz OS. So I believe these are these ESP Signature Series ones. I don't actually know when these originally released, but if you're looking for a nice forehand mid-range or anything just overstable mid, you can check these out. There's a bunch more on the site as well for Brody Smith stuff, but I wanted to highlight, they're down here, one of the better throwing putters on the market, the Brody Smith Z Metallic Roaches. So people get really caught up in looking for a good Luna to throw, and they forget that the Roach and the Luna are like brother and sister. And so Z Metallic Roach, super glidey, dead straight throwing putter. Brody has been throwing these for a long time. I think there's still one in his bag, but I remember vividly when he first put it in his bag. You can rip on these things on a little bit of hyzer. You might get a little pop-up out of them, but they glide for days, and they're an absolute blast to throw. So a bunch of Z Metallic Roaches on the site as well, but you can check out the full Dark Horse store. We got a lot of fun Brody stuff in stock. And last but not least, I want to highlight, this is one of the few times during the year that you can actually get MVP on sale. So all the MVP is 10% off, and that means you can get a sick disc like the Detour. These are blank Detours. Great hyzer flip, dead straight mid, very, very popular as of late. What else might people be looking for? Some people don't know they're looking for the Matrix, but they are. They want something that's a little bit more overstable than a Hex, but not really fully overstable, so you can get a little pop-up out of it, but a good fade. It's kind of like a Hex OS. That's what this Matrix comes in at. Speaking of overstable, if you're looking for something crazy overstable, we have some deflectors in stock. These are really one of the most overstable mid-ranges on the market. 5.3.5, 0.4. I would say that's pretty accurate. You can rip them on Anheuser, get them to fight out. We have a bunch of stuff. I mean, Total Eclipse proxies, or these are Envies right here. If you're playing some glow golf this summer, which why wouldn't you be? It's a great time to do so. The Photon is one of the most popular MVP drivers. We have those in stock right now. We've got pretty much anything you could ever want in stock from MVP. Motions, ions, ooh, some Eclipse Insanities up here if you're looking for a nice hyzer flip 9-speed with some of the best glow on the market. So again, this is one of the few times of the year you can actually get MVP on sale. So take advantage of that. All MVP, 10% off. And a reminder, all foundation, apparel, accessories, all that fun stuff is 20% off. So I'm rocking the Good Throw Bad Shot tee, which who doesn't have those happen all the time. That's 20% off, but summer sweating time, you know, you're gonna have to wear a hat out on the course, protect you from the sun, but every hat's gonna get all nice and sweaty. So I highly recommend, we have these performance dad hats, only a few of the silver ones in stock. They have a flex fit type fit. They have like an elastic clasp right there, Velcro fit. These fit great for pretty much all sizes of heads. I have a very small head. They fit me. They fit Brody and Trevor, who have slightly larger heads. So these are really good all-around fits. But if you have a bigger head and you want to make sure you get something to fit, the Performance Trucker definitely is a little bit bigger. Basically, it's the Performance Dad hat with some structure up front. So it's got a perforated back, still that performance wicking material, still has that flex fit type fit here, but it's a little bit deeper, a little bit wider, so a bigger fit for, also has UPF 50 sun protection. So for those hot, sweaty days, we have these in a few different colors, gray, navy, black. And then if you just don't care and you just want to look good on the course, we have, I think, literally one of my all-time favorite foundation college hat. It comes flat brim, but you bend this thing to your desire and it holds it real well. In addition to that, we have a bunch of different apparel, all that fun stuff, and 20% off is also going to be the necessity of the towel. I personally, we went through a bunch of different towels when we first started foundation, and this is the one we've landed on and used forever. This microfiber waffle, I think, is the best towel material out there. It absorbs enough to get the water off your discs, but the texture really helps get all that extra grime and all that stuff off. We tried some of the other more stock golf towels. I hated them. This is the one I fell in love with, and we've used it ever since. So this has the bar stamp foundation disc golf on it, bunch of different colors, all of this 20% off to get you ready to hit the course this summer. So take advantage of the July 4th sale. Happy 4th of July for those of you in the USA. Appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you again next week.